So I woke up this morning, let Courtney out to use the bathroom, took her for a little walk. And when I keep the collar and leash and everything in the side box on the passenger side. That Swift truck right there was parked, that flatbed was parked beside me. He still had the curtains up, so he hadn't got up ready for the day yet. And not long after I put the dog back in the truck, then I see him, he get up, pull the curtain back, and soon after, he pulled up to that spot he was in. I'm like, bro, no, I ain't messing with your truck. I don't want nothing off your truck. I ain't messing with your fuel. I got plenty of fuel. That's what I'm thinking to myself, first thoughts. It's because he pulls right up there and he parks, Then I'm in the back, I'm making me something to eat. And I look up again and I see what he's doing. He's taking the top off of his load. So the reality is he just wanted that extra space beside him to do what he wanted to do with his top. To lay the top out and fold it up, roll it up and everything. So it's interesting how we allow our thoughts to just run wild and usually to the most negative place, instead of withholding those type of judgments, holding back those thoughts, not making the assumption, just let things be what they are. The only thing that I really knew is that the guy pulled forward. I have no idea why. I have no idea what he was thinking. I have no idea of his reasoning. But here I go and form an opinion about why he moved forward. And the opinion I formed was such that it made me a victim of his judgment, when really he is a victim of my judgment. You see what I'm saying? So you have to think about how often do we do this? Because I guarantee you that it happens. And a lot of times we're judging situations that we don't even have anything to do with. And then there might be situations like this one where I thought I had something to do with, and I thought it was based on one thing, and I even thought it was based on what that person felt about me and about that person's attitude. You know what I'm saying? The reality was that was all in my mind. And his actions had nothing to do with what I thought they were. So the problem is there's times in society, in life, that the same principles and similar scenarios play out, but we never get a chance to actually see that we're wrong. We make some assumptions. We have opinions that we have 100% faith in, and we form opinions based on that opinion. Whether somebody is doing something because of race, whether somebody is a racist, whether the incident is racially motivated, or whether somebody is targeting us, or whether we are a victim. Are we being discriminated against? Are we being unfairly treated? Are we being singled out? Are we being blackballed? We're quick to make ourselves the victim, and it's not intentional. That's what is so important to realize, that it's not intentional. But whether it's intentional or not, it can have a negative impact on our state of being, our state of mind, how we feel, and even the things that we do going forward based on feeling that certain way, based on having that lack of self-esteem, that lack of confidence, because we feel some kind of way and we feel some kind of way based on what we think other people feel about us and how we think other people are intentionally treating us, when, like I said, and I hope that you can see this, when oftentimes it has nothing to do with us. We are not victims. Too often we make ourselves victims. So this little small, minute incident was a great lesson for me, a reminder. I write about this already, so I'm aware this occurs, but it can sneak up on you so easily. And so I just wanted to speak about it real quick and hope that it might also be a lesson to other people at some point. Whether this actually clicks right now, or whether at some point in the future you'll find yourself in a similar situation and it clicks then. Because I promise you, you just like I will form a unnecessary negative opinion about somebody else's action and feel like those actions are based on you. I was going to end the video, but I had to make this real quick example, because it's like probably one of the most common things that is put out there and talked about with very little basis. Not that it doesn't occur, I'm not saying that, but too often we make ourselves victim again. When a person goes into a store and they feel like they're being watched or they're being followed, etc., for various reasons. You fill in the gap. There is various reasons, not just because I'm black or because I'm dressed this way. It's various reasons. So it's various reasons. But how many times do we see a person look our way or move in our direction, and we assume that they're following us and they're watching us closely and that they feel like we're going to steal something? It's not necessarily true. Just because you believe that's what's going on in that person's mind, and that's why the person, looked your way or moved in your direction, you don't really know. And if it's true, all right, then it's sad on that person's part. But don't allow yourself to go around feeling wronged and less than. Especially don't let yourself feel less than, but also don't let yourself feel that the world is against you. Everyone discriminates against you. Everyone is looking out to and thinking that you are this or you are that. They're sure that may happen, and there are people like that. But I promise you, every time that feeling comes across you, that's not the case. That's in your mind, and I've been there as well. And I rarely find myself in that situation now, because it's just something that happens so commonly. And you see stuff like, this is not the first time that I caught myself on something like this. And I didn't catch myself in time, obviously, because I'm pointing this out. But there have been plenty of times where I saw, hey, wait a minute, you don't really know what this person thinks. And so now the more common situations, I don't even go down that road. Or like walking into a place. You think about if you were the shop owner, especially a small mom and pop place, but you think about you were the manager, you were the shop owner, and somebody comes in. First of all, you got your own things that you're going to be doing. You could be going any direction, doing anything. You're supposed to be observant. That's what you're supposed to do. And there are other things that you need to do, whether somebody is coming in or not. But as far as you checking out people, this, that, the other, you're supposed to do that. Anyway, I didn't drag this on long enough. Mess around, catch some hypersensitive, overzealous so-called activist that says I'm out of box or I'm wrong. Hey, but that's okay too. Hey, I don't mind that. That comes with the territory. When you make a video like this and you talk about subjects, then it's some people who base their whole career and their existence is based on having those types of situations to always be around and fight for the people who are victims. So I understand that you're going to have people taking that position, and then there are some people who are so deeply rooted in negativity that they can't see it from a different point of view anyway. So I understand that that's going to always be the case. But for those who for those who are more positive minded, more open minded, then I hope this video helped you and everything. And take take it easy.